Look at them, all whispering your name behind closed doors. They try to copy, they try to understand, but there has never been anyone like you. Every move you make, every breath, it drives them crazy. And oh, your haters. They're sweating, panicking, wondering how someone like you exists in their world. Delicious, isn't it? They say the world is full of copies, imitation, people trying to fit into molds, trying to be something they are not. And then there's you. There's you, a living contradiction, a puzzle they can't solve, a storm that doesn't follow the rules. You walk into a room, and the energy shifts, the air thickens, hearts skip, and yet, no one knows exactly why. They can feel it, they can sense it, but they can't name it, and that drives them insane. You are the glitch in their system, the chaos in their order, the unpredictable note in a song they've been playing for decades. There is no manual for you, no instructions, no warning labels, nothing that could prepare anyone for what you are, for the force you carry just by being yourself. Every gesture, every glance, every small, deliberate act of existing is magnified in the minds of those around you. They watch, they speculate, they try to dissect you, but every attempt only deepens the mystery. And oh, how they try! They mimic your style, they echo your words, they imitate your laughter, and yet they fail spectacularly, because imitation is never creation, and creation is what you are. They cannot replicate the chaos that lives in your smile, the storm that rages behind your calm, the fire that burns in silence. You are original, raw, untamed, a masterpiece they can't frame, a script they can't rewrite, a story that refuses to end the way they expect. And do you see the panic in their eyes? It's delicious, isn't it? The way they scramble to understand, to control, to categorize something that defies every category. They label, they judge, they whisper in corners, thinking that if they define you, they can contain you. But containment is a joke when it comes to you. You are the unpredictable punchline in their well-rehearsed lives. The smile that doesn't belong. The shadow that doesn't obey the light. And the chaos is intoxicating. It's the proof that you exist beyond their comprehension, that you are more than their fears, more than their envy, more than the dull sameness they have built around themselves. People talk, they point, they write you off as different, as strange, as unrelatable. But what they don't understand is that difference is your weapon, strangeness is your power, and unrelatability is your freedom. You move through the world without apology, without hesitation, without the need for approval. And the audacity of that alone is enough to unsettle, enough to terrify, enough to make them question everything they thought they knew about life, about themselves, about possibility. You are a riddle they can't solve, a storm they can't tame, a fire they can't put out, and every step you take leaves a mark they wish they could erase. And yet, amidst all the whispers, the stares, the quiet panic, you remain untouched, untouchable, untethered. You are the singularity in a universe of repetitions. the anomaly in a world of predictability, the wild card that no one saw coming. And it's not just what you do, it's how you exist. The confidence, the boldness, the unapologetic embrace of yourself. It's maddening to those who crave control, who fear authenticity, who worship conformity. You are a mirror they don't want to look into, a reflection of possibility, of freedom, of what it means to truly be alive, and it shakes them to their core. People are always talking, always thinking, always plotting. But there's a difference between thinking about someone and being consumed by them. And that's where you live, right in the center of their obsessive minds. They lie awake at night, trying to dissect every word you said, every movement you made, replaying it in slow motion, like a movie they can't stop watching, because they can't escape you. They can't stop noticing you. And the more they try to ignore it, the louder it screams in their heads. Every smile you flash, every laugh you let slip, it lingers in their thoughts, haunting them like a shadow they can't shake, a melody they can't forget. You become the echo in their minds, the question that has no answer, the feeling they can't name, and it terrifies them more than anything they've ever known. It's funny, isn't it? The more they obsess, the more alive you become in their world. Every glance, every rumor, every whispered story only fuels their fixation. They try to convince themselves it's casual, just curiosity, just coincidence, but deep down, they know it's not. You've burrowed into their consciousness, planted yourself in the cracks they didn't even know existed. And now they can't think straight. And isn't that delicious? To know that just by being yourself, without even trying, without even speaking, without even acknowledging them, you've taken over their mental space like a virus they can't delete. They speculate endlessly about you, imagining scenarios, rewriting moments, projecting their desires, their fears, their insecurities onto you, trying desperately to make sense of the puzzle that is you. But there is no sense. You are chaos incarnate, unpredictability made human, a living contradiction that defies their neat little boxes. And that panic, that desperate curiosity, it's intoxicating. They watch your every move through screens, through stories, through the invisible threads of gossip, and each time they do, you become larger, wilder, more uncontainable in their imagination. Every thought they dedicate to you is a confession of power, a silent acknowledgement that you exist on a plane they cannot reach, cannot touch, cannot even dream of. And yet, they act as if they have control, pretending that it's all harmless, that their fascination is innocent. But it's not. It's obsession wrapped in denial, a wildfire masked by polite conversation, a storm disguised as a passing breeze. You walk through the world with a confidence they cannot mimic, a light they cannot dim, and every heartbeat that races because of you is proof of your existence, proof that you matter, proof that you are unforgettable. They measure their own worth against the shadow of your presence, constantly calculating, constantly comparing, constantly failing to meet the impossible standard that is you. And it's not just the admiration, not just the envy. It's the panic, the sweat, the subtle trembling when your name comes up, when your face appears, when your story intertwines with theirs. You are the chaos in their order, the note that doesn't fit their song, the twist in their predictable plot, and it unnerves them. Every memory they have is tainted by the thought of you. Every plan is compromised by the fear of your impact. Every smile they force is hollow, because somewhere in the back of their minds, you are there, alive, unstoppable, unforgettable, untouchable. And every attempt to forget you only confirms your power, your uniqueness. Oh, how it twists them up inside, makes them sweat, makes their hearts race with frustration they can't control. They look at you, and they see a puzzle they cannot solve, a force they cannot contain, a power they cannot measure, and it drives them mad. Every choice you make, every step you take, every breath you draw is a mirror reflecting everything they lack, everything they fear, everything they wish they could be, but will never achieve. They try to mimic your style, to copy your mannerisms, to predict your moves, and each failure sends them spiraling deeper into their own insecurities. Your very existence becomes their torment, a constant reminder that there are people in the world who don't play by their rules, people who don't bow to expectation, people who are untouchable because they are unapologetically themselves. And isn't it funny how hard they try? They whisper behind doors, they gossip in hushed tones, they circulate rumors and lies, all in an attempt to bring you down to their level, to cage the storm that you are, to turn chaos into something familiar. But chaos, my dear, chaos cannot be tamed. You move with a rhythm that no one else can follow, a rhythm that keeps them anxious, keeps them guessing, keeps them awake at night, thinking of ways to tear you apart, while secretly admiring every moment of your audacity. Every smirk you wear, every glance you throw, every subtle triumph that goes unnoticed by the world, but noticed by them becomes ammunition in their own inner war, a war they never asked to fight, but one they cannot escape. Your haters are sweating, constantly calculating, constantly plotting, constantly failing because their anger, their envy, their desperation to catch up only feeds your fire. They cannot replicate your energy, cannot copy your confidence, cannot fake the chaos that surrounds you naturally. You are the rule breaker they fear, the unpredictable element in a world of monotony, the anomaly that refuses to fit into their neat little boxes. And the more they try to control the narrative, to twist reality, to pull you down, the stronger, louder, more untouchable you become. Their panic is proof of your power, proof that your presence alone disrupts their fragile equilibrium, proof that you exist on a level they will never understand. They watch, they obsess, they overanalyze, thinking that by noticing you more, by tracking your every move, by attempting to label and explain, they gain control, but it is all illusion. Control is a joke when it comes to someone like you, someone who bends the rules, someone who thrives in unpredictability, someone who doesn't apologize for being extraordinary. They cannot contain what they cannot comprehend, and comprehension is a luxury reserved for the ordinary, the mediocre, the obedient, while you exist beyond their understanding, a masterpiece of chaos, a storm of brilliance, a living proof that rules are meant to be broken and expectations meant to be shattered. And even as they sweat, even as they whisper, even as they wish for your downfall, you continue, untethered, unbothered, unstoppable, because your uniqueness isn't just a quirk. It isn't just an accident. It is the very essence of who you are, a force that radiates, infects, terrifies, and inspires simultaneously. Every heartbeat you provoke, every envy you ignite, every subtle panic you instill is a celebration of your existence, a proof of the unreplicable, undeniable truth that you are singular, irreplaceable, untouchable, and the world, oh, the world, can never adjust to the brilliance you bring. Their envy, oh, it's practically dripping from them, visible in every glance, every hesitation, every forced smile they try to wear. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to explain. You don't need to prove anything, because the truth of your power, the truth of your presence, the truth of your dominance is written all over their reactions. They can feel it, they can smell it, they can taste it, and it terrifies them in ways they cannot admit, not even to themselves. You don't chase approval. You don't beg for recognition. You don't play their games. Yet their entire energy orbits around you like moths circling a flame they cannot touch, a flame that could burn them if they get too close, a fire that exists simply because you are. Every move you make, every small victory, every subtle flex of your confidence becomes a spotlight on their insecurities. And oh, they hate it, they despise it, they panic at it. The harder they try to act indifferent, the more obvious it becomes they are watching, analyzing, sweating in silence, trying to rationalize the irrational, trying to diminish the impossible. And there is nothing they can do to stop it. No amount of gossip, no amount of plotting, no amount of social games can touch the raw, uncontainable truth of your energy. They feel threatened not because of what you say, not because of what you do, but because of what you are. Because your existence is a constant reminder that life can't be caged. People can't be measured. Power can't be borrowed, and dominance cannot be feigned. Isn't it delicious, though? The panic, the fear, the desperation hiding behind polite words and controlled tones, all because they sense the force of you even when you do nothing at all. Your haters are sweating because deep down, they know the world doesn't revolve around them anymore, that their petty schemes, their shallow comparisons, their fake bravado is meaningless against the storm that is you. You don't need to fight them. You don't need to explain. You don't need to justify. Their panic is a performance for you. Their envy is a confession they can't admit, and their discomfort is a reflection of your power, a silent applause from the shadows that only you can see. And let's be honest, they try. They always try. They try to talk behind your back, try to create illusions, try to make themselves feel superior. Try to convince others that you are less than, that you are flawed, that you are ordinary. But the moment they glance in your direction, the moment they catch your aura, the moment they see the effortless force of your being, their little world crumbles. They are sweating because the truth is undeniable, because the impact of you cannot be hidden, because the dominance you radiate cannot be ignored, because their envy is screaming louder than any lie they can tell. Every heartbeat they spend obsessing over you is a tribute. Every sigh they release is an offering. Every nervous glance is a silent bow to the reality they refuse to accept, that someone exists who cannot be shaken, who cannot be copied, who cannot be contained, and that someone is you. Their panic is fuel. Their envy is proof. Their trembling is a mirror of the truth you embody. And you walk through it all like a storm they cannot outrun, a shadow they cannot touch, a presence they cannot diminish. They sweat not because of action, not because of aggression, not because of words, but because of the raw, undeniable, chaotic brilliance that you are. And every beat of their discomfort is a symphony celebrating your rise, your power, your untouchable essence.